Have you ever noticed that in a room full of whispers and rumors, there's always one person who stays completely silent? They're not being shy or standoffish. They're just not participating. It's a rare quality, and it makes you wonder, what's going on inside their head? Why don't they join in? Today, we read diving deep into the psychology of the non-gossiper, the person who chooses silence over speculation. And trust me, it's not about being timid. It's a deliberate, powerful choice rooted in some seriously impressive traits. So what makes these people tick? Let's break it down. First and foremost, people who don't gossip often have incredibly high emotional intelligence. They understand something fundamental that many of us forget in the heat of a juicy story. Words have weight. They can feel the impact of a rumor, the sting of a careless comment. They've developed a keen sense of empathy, allowing them to put themselves in the shoes of the person being talked about. They recognize that gossip isn't just harmless fun. It's a form of social currency that often comes at someone else's expense. For them, the temporary thrill of being in the know is never worth the potential harm it could cause. They've seen how rumors can shatter reputations, break trust, and inflict real emotional pain. So, they consciously opt out. It's a quiet act of kindness, a commitment to not contributing to the negativity that so easily spreads. Their silence isn't empty. It's filled with an understanding of human emotion and a respect for the feelings of others. The second major reason is that they have incredibly strong personal boundaries. Think about it. Gossip is, by its very nature, an invasion of privacy. It's discussing someone's life, their choices, their struggles, without their consent. People who refuse to gossip have a deep-seated respect for both their own privacy and the privacy of others. They wouldn't want their personal life dissected by a group of people, so they extend that same courtesy to everyone else. This isn't just about being polite. It's about maintaining their own inner peace. Engaging in gossip means inviting drama and negativity into your life. It means getting entangled in other people's conflicts and carrying the emotional baggage of stories that aren't yours to tell. Non-gossipers value their mental and emotional space too much to let it be cluttered with that kind of noise. They build a fortress around their peace of mind, and one of the main rules of that fortress is no entry for unnecessary drama. Their boundary is clear. My energy is my own, and I won't spend it on tearing others down or invading their lives. Next up, and this is a big one, is genuine self-confidence and a healthy ego. Let's be honest, a lot of gossip stems from insecurity. People sometimes put others down to feel a temporary sense of superiority. Pointing out someone else's flaws can be a way to distract from our own. It's a look at them, at least I'm not that bad mentality. But someone who is truly comfortable in their own skin doesn't need to do that. They derive their self-worth from their own actions, accomplishments, and character, not from comparing themselves to others. They aren't threatened by other people's successes, nor do they feel a need to revel in their failures. Their ego is stable. It doesn't need the cheap fuel of gossip to keep it running. They can celebrate with you. They can sympathize with you, but they wouldn't talk about you behind your back. Because their sense of self is not dependent on your perceived shortcomings. This quiet confidence is magnetic. It's the reason they can listen without judging and observe without commenting. They're already whole, so they don't need to pick apart others to feel complete. Another key trait is their focus on growth and ideas. There's a famous quote often attributed to Eleanor Roosevelt. Great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Small minds discuss people. While that might be a bit harsh, there's a kernel of truth to it. People who avoid gossip are often those who are busy building, creating, and learning. Their mental energy is a precious resource, and they choose to invest it wisely. Why spend an hour talking about who's dating who or what someone wore when you could be learning a new skill, brainstorming a project, or exploring a fascinating concept? They are genuinely more interested in the what and how of the world than the who. Their conversations tend to be about goals, passions, books, technology, art, things that expand the mind rather than shrink it. It's not that they're uninterested in people. They're just more interested in people's potential and ideas than their personal drama. They're playing a different game, one focused on personal and intellectual elevation, and gossip simply isn't a part of it. Finally, at the core of the non-gossiper's mindset is a strong sense of integrity and personal principle. They operate from a belief system that values respect above all else. For them, a person's dignity doesn't vanish the moment they leave the room. They hold themselves to a standard of treating everyone with respect, whether they're present or not. This is integrity in its purest form, doing the right thing even when no one is watching, or in this case, saying the right thing, or nothing at all, when the subject can't defend themselves. This principle isn't about being self-righteous. It's about being consistent. It's about building a character that you can be proud of. They understand that every time you gossip, you chip away at your own trustworthiness. How can someone trust you with their secrets if they've heard you freely sharing others? The non-gossiper values their word and their reputation as someone who is reliable and principled. Their silence in a gossipy conversation is a testament to their character. So, what are the real-world benefits of living this way? It's not just about being a good person. It leads to a genuinely better quality of life. First, they build deeper, more authentic relationships. When people know you won't talk about them behind their back, they trust you. They open up to you on a completely different level. Your friendships are based on mutual respect and security, not on shared secrets or alliances against others. You become a safe harbor for people. Second, they experience significantly less stress and drama. By refusing to engage, they sidestep countless misunderstandings, hurt feelings, and tangled social webs. Life is complicated enough without voluntarily inviting other people's chaos into it. Choosing not to gossip is choosing a path of greater peace and simplicity. And third, they cultivate a powerful reputation for wisdom and reliability. People start to seek them out for genuine advice, not for juicy details. They become known as the person you can count on, the one whose opinion is measured and thoughtful. In a world full of noise, their quiet integrity speaks volumes. So, how can we all move a little closer to this mindset? It starts with mindfulness. The next time you find yourself in a conversation that veers into gossip, just pause. Ask yourself, is this kind? Is this necessary? Is this true? Often, the answer is no. You don't have to make a grand speech or judge others. You can simply change the subject. Ask about the person you're talking to instead. Talk about an interesting idea or a recent movie. Redirect the energy from tearing down to building up. Another powerful technique is to practice what's called positive gossip. If you're going to talk about someone who isn't there, say something good. Did you hear how well Sarah did on her presentation? Or, I was so impressed by how John handled that difficult client. It satisfies the social impulse to talk about others, but does so in a way that uplifts everyone. Ultimately, choosing not to gossip is choosing peace over chaos, integrity over fleeting attention, and connection over division. It's about recognizing that the energy we put out into the world comes back to us. By choosing to speak with intention and kindness, we not only protect others, but also create a more peaceful and trustworthy world for ourselves. It's a quiet superpower, and it's one we can all start cultivating today. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And for more content on living a more intentional life, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.